Today I want to show you how to listen to your intuition. Have you ever asked yourself, why did I not do it? Why did I not take action? It felt so right. Or have you ever asked yourself, oh, why did I do this? My gut told me not to do it. That's your intuition. And I would describe intuition as the alignment with your inner being. Or you could also say that it's the proof that you are aligned with your inner being. Because the universe speaks to you all day long. It's just that most people don't listen. Because most people are trapped in emotions of survival, in stress, fear, worry, doubt, and all these negative emotions and negative beliefs that keep them on a low level of consciousness and that keep their vibration low. And as a result, their intuition can scream at them, can say, hey, do this, don't do that, go there, don't go there. But they just don't listen because they are cut off from their inner being. So in the big picture, learning how to listen to your intuition is about reconnecting to your inner being, to your true essence. And your intuition is the universe speaking to you by giving you insights, ideas, feelings, and impulses. And of course, it's up to you if you follow these impulses, if you follow these ideas, if you do the things that your intuition tells you to do. But again, most people, they just don't listen in the first place. But you are here because you want to listen. And that's why I want to share the following tips with you that help you to listen to your intuition. And the first tip I want to share with you has nothing to do with your internal world, but everything with your outer world, with your external world. And that's to aim for a stress-free life. This is the most underrated technique or underrated tip when it comes to learning how to listen to your intuition. Because most people only focus on what's going on inside of them, which of course is an important part of it. That's also why the following tips are all about your inner world. But let's start with your outer world. If you live a stressful life, if you're constantly in hurry, if you constantly go from one meeting to the next, you do this and you go there, and then there's stress from outside, people screaming at you, it's loud, it's just traffic everywhere, you won't be able to listen to your intuition. The truth is that if you live in an external world that is terrorizing you all day long, you won't be able to listen to your intuition. And I know this from my own experience. Since I designed my external world in a way that allows me to live a stress-free life by working less, by taking walks outside, by breathing fresh air outside, by cutting out tasks that are no longer beneficial for me and for my own mental health and emotional health, and also by living somewhere that nurtures me and that doesn't terrorize me, that doesn't hurt me. By doing that, by making these external and also internal changes. I mean, some of the changes I just mentioned are also internal changes. But when it comes to stress, there's a lot of external stressors that are often terrorizing us. And I just want you to observe these stressors in your life. Just think about where and how you can design a more stress-free life, because this will help you so much when it comes to your ability to listen to your intuition. And closely related to that is the fact that you won't be able to hear your intuition in loud environments. You will only be able to hear your intuition loudly in quiet environments. It's not that your intuition necessarily gets louder and louder or screams at you louder and louder, even though that can happen. But if you regularly spend time in environments that are loud, in environments that again make you feel stressed, and often noise is one big factor. I mean, when I think back to the time when I lived in Bangkok, I had to move 3 times until I finally found a condo in which I can live, because there was always noise from barking dogs, noise from the street, noise from this, noise from that. I mean, if you live in Bangkok, after a while you don't even know what quietness means. When I came back to Europe, just not having any sound and any street noise in my ear was completely alien to me. I was like, oh, what's going on? Where's the noise? And for a long time, I could only sleep with white noise because I needed some sound in the background. That's how crazily stressed my brain was and how cut off I was from my intuition just because of the environment I was living in. And if you spend time in quiet environments, you will find out that listening to your intuition is so much easier. You can compare it with listening to a friend either when he's talking to you at the beach or when he's talking to you in a loud club and you always have to go, huh, what? What do you say? What's going on? Huh? And for me, this was one of the biggest breakthroughs. My move from Bangkok in Thailand to Timișoara in Romania allowed me to listen to my intuition so much better. Even though Timișoara is still a city, but it's nowhere comparable to Bangkok. And I really doubt that I will ever live in a really big city ever again, because I just can't take it. It cuts me off from my intuition. And you might want to experiment with that. If you can't move for some reason, for career reasons or for family reasons, then just drive every weekend outside of the city and go in nature and just experience quietness. This will help you so much to reconnect with your inner being and to listen to your intuition. And brain and heart coherence leads to a strong intuition. And this is actually a very simple exercise, but it can have a massive effect on how connected you are to your inner being. Place your right hand on your heart and just take a couple of deep breaths and feel your heart. Feel the rhythm of your heart. Feel the beating of your heart. And while you're doing that, you create brain and heart coherence by simply slowing everything down, again, quiet environment, and by connecting your heart to your brain. And once you have this state of coherence, and if you practice that over and over again, you will exactly know when you've reached this state. Then your intuition will speak to you loud and clear. And think back to past experiences where your intuition served you or where your intuition would have served you if you had listened to it. And recall your emotional state that you were in back then. Because your intuition spoke to you in the past. I know it did. Because everybody has the ability to listen to their intuition. Like I said, it's just that so many people don't listen because of the factors that I just mentioned. And now think back to a time where you either did something because of your intuition or you didn't do something because of your intuition. And no matter if you regret doing it or if you regret not doing it, try to remember the feeling that came up when your intuition was talking to you. Try to remember the signs that the universe gave you. And by remembering this, you can already put yourself in this emotional state that you felt back then. And you can sense these signs that the universe gave you back then. You can simply remember them. And this will help you to tune into your intuition for the future, because the universe often speaks to you in signs. And these signs can repeat themselves even after years. But now you know what these signs were, because in the past, you might have been blind to them. You might have not seen them. But now when you think back to this time, suddenly you have this insight that says, that was the moment when I should have turned left and not right. And I did this exercise myself. And for me, it was shocking to find out when I thought back to these experiences that I created that were anything but good. I mean, yes, in the big picture, they led me on my spiritual path, but back then it created a lot of drama. And now that I think back to these experiences, I immediately see how the universe sent me these signs, but I just didn't listen. And now I go, oh God, it was so obvious. And you will have the same reaction. And listen closely when your intuition guides you in the same direction more than once. For example, when I moved from Bangkok to Romania, I first had a dream about Romania. Then I met a person who talked about Romania. Then I met a German guy who has his business in Romania. And boom, on the exact same day, he was in Bangkok for one more night so that we could actually meet up. And my intuition spoke to me over and over and over again, but only because I followed the first sign. And the first sign was my dream about Romania. This was only possible because I was in a quiet environment. I mean, I was so sick and so bedridden that I had no other chance than to be in a quiet environment and to just be in my room. I'm pretty sure that if I would have continued to work full-time back then and just always stuck in the Bangkok traffic, always outside, always stressed, I wouldn't have been able to listen to my intuition, at least not in such a clear way. And listen to your heart and your gut instead of your head. And oh yes, for me as an analytical left-brain German, this was a hard lesson to learn. It was a very, very hard learning curve for me. But believe me, when you do that, then your life will change. Because your brain is full of worry, full of doubt, full of negative beliefs, full of everything that keeps you from listening to your intuition, which then keeps you from manifesting your dreams. But your heart is pure, your heart is love. Your heart really knows what's going on. And if you can connect with your heart, then amazing things will manifest in your life. I mean, I just remember the time when I quit my last office job in Germany. My brain was saying, don't do it. Germany is a wonderful country. It's so safe and secure. You will regret this forever. Even though I was so miserable. I didn't want to live in Germany. I didn't want to work in an office job anymore. I was so depressed. And just because at some point I allowed my heart to kick in and say, hey, what do you want, heart? What do you really want? And my heart was screaming, get out there, get out there, get out. And then eventually I got out. And nowadays I'm happier than I've ever been. And I earn way more money than I've ever earned in my office job in Germany. And if you also want to manifest more money, then you might want to check out the link in the description and find out more about my Money Manifestation Magnet program. Because in this program, I guide you through different guided meditations in a state that allows you to listen to your intuition when it comes to money, to create a new self, a rich self, a wealthy self for you, and to then eventually attract more money into your life. The link is in the description. And realize that your dreams are more than just dreams. Like I said before, I moved to Timisoara because of a dream. Because I listened to that dream, my intuition was able to kick in, and then all the other signs from the universe were showing up. And your dreams are more than just a way of processing information from the day. It's about so much more. Your dreams can give you a bright picture of your future if you listen. If you really listen to your intuition and you allow yourself to create this future. I dreamt so many things in the past that are now part of my reality because I manifested them into my reality, into my physical experience. And I was only able to manifest them because I knew that my dreams are a part of my intuition. And if you want me to help you to listen to your intuition, to listen to your dreams, if you want me to help you to analyze your dreams, to show you what your dreams really mean and how you can follow your path that leads you to a happier life, to more money, to more abundance, and to amazing manifestations, then you can check out the link in the description and inquire for your first Skype coaching session with me. If you check out my Skype coaching page, you will find testimonials from amazing deliberate creators who are already working with me or who have worked with me in the past and who have manifested amazing things in their life. And one part of it was to finally listen to their intuition, but I will show you how to do that in our first Skype coaching session. And observe your emotions on a daily basis, even on an hourly basis. Just observe, just become aware of your emotions. Don't judge them, but observe. Because in our modern society, we are often disconnected from our own emotions because we think that we have to be like robots, we have to function. And that's also what made me sick in the past, this idea that I have to be productive, I have to do, and never be. But you are a human being and not a human doing. So be, experience your emotions. The more you allow your emotions to reach the surface, and the less you suppress them, the louder your intuition will be. And of course, it's easier to suppress your emotions because we've learned that all our lives. But if you finally want to allow your emotions, if you want to raise your vibration, if you want to reach a higher level of consciousness, and in the process learn to listen to your intuition, then I would be honored if you decided to work with me. And if you want to do that, you can check out the link in the description and inquire for your first Skype coaching session. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please send out some love to the YouTube universe by giving this video a big thumbs up. And I would also appreciate it if you would leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think about my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to click on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you.